record on this. Okay, good guys. So today's topic is called 4 stages of a successful skincare class slash skincare party, whatever you want to call it. And what I've done is I've put it into sections as far as like the opening, the meat and potatoes, um, the marketing, and then the closing. After those 4 parts, there's always that closing stage where we also call it the 3-part close. We're going to kind of get into that next week before we talk about our new spring product launch. Okay. So for today, when you open the first part of a successful skincare party, and the reason that you want to open it is you want to sell them on you. You want to sell them on the company. The product's going to sell themselves, but we sell hope in Mary Kay. We sell confidence. We sell independence. We sell a future. We make women better moms, better wives, better friends, better citizens. We do a lot of things, and skincare and color cosmetics is our vehicle to do that. And this is the formula for what we are as our company has always lived by, enriching women's lives. And I wish I could bottle up leadership and let you guys see it, from every January at leadership. That is where the nationals who are retiring, they basically take their final stage walk, and they show a video of their family, and their family talks about their career, and their kids talk, and a lot of their kids are grown now because they were small when their moms debuted on stage. And that's always been my most favorite thing. Just like when I was a new consultant, when I my very first seminar, at seminar is where the nationals debut on stage, and that's where your families get to come out. They show your video, they show your unit, your area. I mean, those are my 2 favorite things out of all the things that we do in Mary Kay, is the nationals debut and the nationals retirement ceremonies. And so when I say that we sell hope, dreams, confidence, we make women better wives, better friends, better citizens. It's the whole package of what Mary Kay, like I said, of enriching women's lives. And so it all starts at the skincare class. And when you master that skincare class, then you've got that foundation to do anything that you want in this business. And so with our opening, I'm going to kind of tell you the method of my madness, why I do what I do. Of course, I'll always open when I do my own personal parties. I open and I give my hostess a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for introducing me to your family and friends. That's the biggest compliment you could ever give me, is to let me meet them and come into your home. And I'm always very, very, very sincere because it's the truth. You also want to talk about, so you want to thank the hostess and welcome everybody, tell everybody who you are. And I also always begin by saying, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my journey in Mary Kay when we get to the masking phase of our skincare class and we're waiting for our mask to dry. I'm going to tell you a lot about my journey, about my family. But right now, I'm going to tell you about a little bit more about the company. And this is where you're going to plant the seeds for the Mary Kay success. Okay. So this is where you're going to talk to them about our superior products. You're going to talk to them about our testing. You're going to talk to them about the 100% buyback guarantee. You're going to tell them, all the things about our company that makes us great before they ever get to even try the product. The superior product, the testing, the 100% buyback guarantee, the oh gosh, what else? The superior products, testing, the safety of our products. You're going to talk about the European Union's testing and why we were named the top 3 most safest and most effective brand in the world, with the top 3. And why is that? You're going to also, I can't even read my notes. Oh my gosh, I should just do it because I know it by heart. Um, Oh, overcoming. Okay. So what you're doing with that, why do you talk about those things? The testing, the safety, the 100% buyback guarantee, the European Union, the FDA versus the FDA. What you're doing with those things is what you have got to overcome objections, because when a woman comes into a Mary Kay party, we've got 50, y'all, we're about to go in our 59th year. We've got 59 years of history. Okay. And there are going to be, we've come a long way in 59 years. Some women have not tried our products in 30 years. Some women have not tried our products in 20 years. And so what you want to do is go ahead and plant those seeds of things that you want to overcome in that woman's mind before she ever speaks them out loud in front of her friends. That's like whenever I'm doing my skincare class and I sense that somebody is like hesitant about trying things, I always overcome the one fact is a breakout is not allergic reaction. Before she ever says it. Because if someone that's not up there speaking says that, she's planted a negative seed in all of those women. And you don't want to give her that platform. You don't ever want to give anybody a platform to say, well, is it safe? Or is it, what kind of chemicals are in here? Or, you don't want them to plant those negative seeds when all we have to do, as far as, the ingredients is, if they need to know, you go into Mary Kay In Touch, you go into Product Central, you pull up product search, ingredient search, and you just type in the one ingredient that that person is trying to avoid, and you can build her regimen completely around and away from that one ingredient that she might is avoiding your products for. And then you guys know my famous saying, if somebody says, well, I've tried, this before. I've tried your foundation. Well, we're not doing foundation tonight. We're doing skincare. Now, and it's just like, well, I'm allergic. No, you're not. You're not allergic to the whole company. Do you put the same ingredients in your chocolate cake that you put in your lasagna? No. Well, neither do we. The ingredients in my skincare is not in my foundation. It kind of is now, the anti-aging part, but you get it back in the day. All right, so that's why you talk about those things in the opening, and you make it like 3 to 4 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Let me talk about the safety. Let me talk about the testing. Let me talk about the 100% buyback guarantee, and then you've overcome those objections. Then you're going to move into the part two, the meat and potatoes. This is the easy part because you don't have to do a lot of talking here. The products really speak for themselves, like the products will talk the talk and they'll walk the walk. And so this is where, when I tell people, if they tell me, oh, I'm only selling, 75, 50, $75 per face, tell me what you show. And that's why I'm so adamant when we do our skincare classes, we're going to show a skincare kit, whether it's the Miracle Set 3D or the Volufarm. Okay, we're going to show a kit, that's your basic system, and we're going to show you some great supplements. And what are my supplements? The hydro patches, the charcoal mask, the facial peel or the microderm, and the toning lotion and serum C. Those are my 6 go-tos. Okay, now that's going to speak volumes. We're going to split it down the middle, and we're going to do that whole right side. We're going to cleanse that whole side, and then the rest of the steps are going to be on that right side. Is it a risk to only do one side? Absolutely. And you can even say it out loud. Say, you know what? It's a risk to only do this one side, but I believe so much in my product that I want you to see what happens just using it once. Now, our testing is tested on a 4-week, 6-week, and even a 12-week results. But I want to show you what happens after the first application. And put that in your skincare routine. All right, so we've got the meat and potatoes. They're going to speak for themselves. So let's move on to when you're doing the masking. When you're doing the masking, you better be doing the marketing, okay? And so this is where you're going to play your ticket game. I want to add something new to your marketing phase of the successful skincare class. This is part 3 during your masking, okay? And so during that part, you normally would play the ticket game. You guys have seen me play it over and over and over. While I was taking a nap during our Christmas break, something came to me. Our recruiting is down. And I thought, okay, I've got to do something. And I was thinking about this as I was laying down to take a nap. And literally, I swear it came from the Holy Spirit. Instead of me waiting for them to ask me questions and me trying to figure out who is ready right now, okay? Because 1 out of 4 people will sign up at your party, 1 out of 4, okay? But we've got to figure out who that one is, okay? And how do we figure out who she is? Well, there's some questions I'm going to start asking. I'm going to play a new game during my ticket game before I ever let them start asking questions. Before I start telling about myself, I'm going to say, okay, I've got some bonus tickets that I want to give out. And I'm going to give each of you a ticket if you can answer any of these questions. Here's the first one. If you've ever purchased an article of clothing and you had to lose weight to fit in it, and you knew that when you purchased it, and you set a goal and you lost that weight and you were able to fit in that article of clothing, raise your hand. Give them a ticket. Why do I ask that question? That's going to let me know who in the room has set a goal, was disciplined enough to work on that goal, and finish the goal. Okay, that's a woman that can do this business. So you guys know there's a red dress that I wore. Oh, my cheetah dress. I purposely, for this seminar year, you guys all saw it. I purposely ordered that dress an extra small. I knew I needed a medium because I have that dress in a medium in my closet in red. Okay. And I knew I needed a medium, but they didn't have a small and they didn't have a medium. And I wanted that dress so bad. I'm like, I'm losing the weight. What better reason? So that tells you something about that person, that she's a finisher. There's a lot of starters. We all have teammates on our team that are starters, but there's very few finishers. Okay. Second question. And I want you guys to give me your feedback on this. Okay. Raise your hand if you've ever played on a team sport, or you were on a cheer team, or you were on a dance team, or you are on some type of team, or you competed in something where you knew how to win, you knew how to lose, you knew how to pick yourself back up if you lose, and you knew how to celebrate when you won. And so they raised their hand, you give them a ticket. Okay, and keep notes. Okay, she's 2 for 2, she's 2 for 2, she's 1 for 2. Why do I ask that question? Because this business is about hitting goals and missing goals. I have missed more goals than I've ever hit. But I sit here right now, in 21 years, I've earned 10 free Mary Kay cars. I've been on the quarter sharing 7 or 8 times. I've been in the unit club. My highest been over 450,000, 7 or 8 times. But I've missed $500,000 for 21 years. I have missed Cadillac the last 3 attempts. Okay, I've earned 3 Cadillacs, and I've been trying to get back in it the last 3 qualifications. Okay, I think it's 2018, 19, or the last 2. Okay, this is my 3rd one. 3 times the charm. We got to get back in Cadillac. That tells me that woman that's on a team, she has seen the agony of defeat, and she's and if you're on a team, you've had victory. So she's had the ups and downs and she knew how to pick herself back up. I have seen women come into this business completely capable of doing this business, but they miss that first goal and they tuck their tail and they run away. I have lots of friends that have done that, friends that I have brought in. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? I thought you were a finisher, but they obviously were not ever on a, they never possessed that skill of falling down. You guys have heard me talk about, I make sure before my kids graduate and leave my house, they have failed at something, because when they fail at something, I can talk them off the ledge. Y'all, this world is scary. And if your kids leave your house and they're not tough enough to handle disappointment, we all know what the suicide rate is right now. And I know goes beyond Mary Kay, but there's a lot of emotionally fragile people out there. And so this business, you got to be tough skin. Don't you agree? It's sales. And so asking that question is going to you're bringing those women, you're finding out who that 1 out of 4 is. You're bringing her to the forefront. What is the third question I ask? Tell me your proudest moment. And you just let them go around the table. Okay. Your proudest moment. Think of when you finished something that you didn't think you could. Okay. So where you just had to get into beast mode and the fire within you just was burning so hot that you just worked so hard to finish. And listen to them. Listen. You're going to find your finisher right there. You're going to find your overcomer. She's 3 for 3. She's rising up. She's bringing herself forward. You're starting to see who she is. Okay. And then the last question before you start talking about your story is, what is your best feature? Okay. Mine's my eyes. I like my eyes. I like my eyes. If a woman can tell you what she likes about herself, guess what that tells you? She's confident. She likes who she is. She's comfortable in her own skin. Now, granted, we have women that come into Mary Kay, they're so shy. Mary Kay used to talk about this. They come in, they're tight little roses, and we breathe so much belief in them, and they open up to this beautiful rosebud. And that's fine. We get those women too. But when you want to do something big and you've got a big 6-month goal, you can move a confident woman from new consultant to director in 6 months in a free car. Jennifer Dixon, my Offspring sales director in Calhoun, she's that woman. She was that woman 6 months. I met her late November of 2007. She got her kit December, went to her house in Calhoun. She was a brand new sales director. She got started right after Christmas. By June 30th, she was a new car driver and a sales director. Had never even been to a career seminar as a consultant. Her first time at seminar was walking on stage as a brand new sales director. She was that ready right now person, confident. She overcomer. She 3 degrees in education. She knew the ups and downs. You get it? These questions, I'm like going to pat myself on the back, because like this last question, tell me your best feature. You got a confident woman right there. She's going to tell, and guess who you're going to give your new recruiting packet to. You're going to offer her something to sit down with you. I don't care if it's her order at 50%, because when you sit down with a confident woman and you present this marketing plan, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. You don't have to worry about coaxing, begging, chasing them. A confident woman with all of that is going to come into this business because she knows she is going to go straight to the top. All right. So now moving on to the fourth one is your roll-up bag close. Always your roll-up bag close. If you're not doing your roll-up bag close, get your roll-up bag together, just like we have it, just like we show. It matches our closing sheet. I'm not going to go into detail about that, 'cause I want you guys to kind of give me your feedback about these new 4 questions that we're going to implement into our masking, marketing and masking. All right, so there we go. Closing with the roll it back. Next week, we're going to talk about the 3-part close and what you say when you pull them aside and you're closing them individually. You can also ask them about the, um, is there any reason you wouldn't want to give this a try? Was there anything I said that interests you? Could you see yourself doing this? Those are some of the questions that you're going to ask. Now, I'm telling you all of this now because I think you can log on to InTouch tonight, and on the left-hand side, there is new team building material. Mary Kay has revamped it. It's 2 parts. If you go to, it should be on the left-hand side, and if they haven't put it there, it will be there soon, and you can order it from section 2, which I like that better because it's nice, it's silky. 2 sides. The first side is that 4 reasons that women come into Mary Kay. And they did a lot of research. And for those of you who've been in Mary Kay for a while, they've changed it around. They're not necessarily talking a lot about the cars. They're not necessarily talking about the, leadership. You'll get to see it for yourself. I'll try to post it on Voxer tonight. I think I've got a copy. But on the back side, it's going to show their options. The starter kit option, the $30 option is staying for now, and then the sample kit that they can get with their $30 option or their starter kit $110 option. So that's the new material, and you want to always have that with you, right? With all your closing station stuff. So your closing station is going to be your sales ticket, your date book to book for that second appointment, your calculator, your money bag, and then always have your recruiting information. All right, so I'm going to pause this right here so that I can talk to you guys and we can talk through these questions. And I want to know, how many of those questions would you have said, would you have raised your hand to? Would you have been a 4 for 4 gal, or would you have been a 3 for 4 or 2 for 4? I want to see if my theory is true. Okay, hang on.